Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger from Picks and Parlays. We're talking March Madness. We're down to the Sweet 16, and we've got some really good matchups to look at. This one is Gonzaga against Creighton. It's almost the Sweet 16 in March Madness, and we've got a promo code. Guess what it is? It's SWEET for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Probably the biggest spread, I believe, on the board, if I'm not mistaken. Gonzaga favored minus 13.5. Total is 158. We've got Creighton coming in at 22-8, 14-16 against the number. Gonzaga, of course, a perfect 28-0, 14, 12, and 2 against the spread. We've got Dan Kaiser here to break this one all down for us. Dan, this Gonzaga team, really solid, and they've been covering some big spreads in the tournament. Spreads of, 33, 15.5. But you've got a Creighton team that can score in bunches at times. They've looked a little streaky down the stretch, but they are coming off a win over an Ohio team that a lot of people thought was going to go pretty deep. Who do you like here? What's the play?
Yeah, you're right about madness. Like one thing, this has definitely been maddening, especially if you like the Big Ten. But that's another story. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You look at this Creighton team. I mean, yeah, they were 22-8 overall. They'd only lost two consecutive games twice this whole season. Not that it matters now in this tournament, but yeah, they've been pretty consistent all year. And yeah, they can score some points. They like to shoot the three a lot. I still can't get that loss to Georgetown in the conference final out of my mind when they just got totally destroyed by an average Georgetown team. They have won two games in this tournament, albeit over UC Santa Barbara and Ohio. So they haven't been playing the top competition in this tournament. Yeah, and then you look at Gonzaga. I mean, what can you say about them? They've just been dominating, and they dominated the whole year. I think they only had one game that this whole season that they didn't win by double digits. And even look at the last game against Oklahoma, a decent Oklahoma team. One of their star players, Kispert, didn't have a great game, but Drew Timme stepped up and had 30 points. And again, they just seem to do what they want when they want. As much as Creighton can score, I just don't think they'll be able to score enough in this game. I like Gonzaga laying the number. I mean, I look at Gonzaga even on a bad day. Even if they have a bad day, they'll still put up 70 against this Creighton team, against this defense. I think obviously they'll get a lot more than 70. So yeah, I think this is going to be another easy win for Gonzaga as they just steamroll towards the Final Four.
Yeah, especially down the stretch, because I think was it that Oklahoma game where Oklahoma came out, or Oklahoma, yeah, came out firing, and everybody was, like, oh, Gonzaga's on the ropes, but they came back and even covered in that one. So it just seems like Gonzaga, no one has a match for their offense. When you look at their games, they're almost like NBA games. Almost, not quite, but just the way that they score at will, and they can do it in multiple ways from the perimeter down low. It's hard to go against Gonzaga here. I know 13.5 is a big spread, especially when we're talking about the tournament, but this is a Creighton team that I feel like during the season has been very unreliable. Sometimes they've looked really good, and then sometimes you're like, wow, why did I bet on this team? So anything you like on the total of 158?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me to take the under in this one. I get my only concern about the over is will Creighton score enough to put it over. I
Right.
think Gonzaga will get 70, 80. I think they could even get 90 in this game. Personally, I'm not going to play it, but I just worry about Creighton scoring enough points in this one to put it over. But I can't take an under when Gonzaga's playing.
Right, and it is relatively high because if you look, if my math is correct, this is the score of their last game, I believe, 87-71. So yeah, that's 158. But the problem is when the total is that high, you need the other team to really contribute, and that's where I don't know about Creighton. Is there anything else you think bettors should know before betting on this one? Something else. I think there's a bit of a layoff before this one. So I'm wondering if any of these shooters will go a little bit colder because I know in the first round of the tournament, first half unders were super hot. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the case here for these teams to kind of get back into it after taking a break. Anything else you've noticed kind of like that?
Well, that's two things. The break and where are they playing? Because I'm not sure
Right.
where they're
Here,
playing. 'Cause
let's look.
if they're taking a break and they're playing at Lucas Stadium,
Hinkle
that's been
Fieldhouse.
all right. That's a little bit different. Yeah, I would kind of look. I would look probably. I don't. I know. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just taking Gonzaga. I think they're going to roll in this game. I just don't think Creighton has enough. And as you're
Right.
saying though, like people said, oh, in the beginning of that Oklahoma game, but I go back to the BYU game in the conference tournament. They were down 12 with like 4 minutes to play, and they just stormed back and won that game pretty.
Yeah,
They
it's
won the
been
game
incredible.
easily. They did cover, but they won it easily. So I just can't
Right.
cut out this Gonzaga team. They have just too much firepower.
Right. And when you have an offense like that, a big spread is, a little bit more palatable because when you're talking about a big spread for a team that doesn't score that much, like, if you're looking at a defensive juggernaut, but this is a Gonzaga team that scores 92 points. So a big spread isn't quite, as bad, I feel like, in my eyes. But we're going a little long, so I'm going to wrap it up. That's going to do it for us at Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Dan Kaiser as always. Dan, thanks for joining us.